Hi there, I'm Tracy from Calming the Chaos, and today I'm doing my best Paige Spiranac impersonation and telling you how to get along with your golf bag, and also I'm going to be taking her tips about how to swing and hit the ball and all of that stuff. But first, you need to have the attire. You need to have the white skirt and the red shirt, and then you have to have the visor and the sunglasses, which you can put on and off. It's so easy. So it's easy looking the look. It's got to have a ponytail as well. And you can flip it around and do whatever when you're doing your shots, when you're picking up your ball markers, when you are teeing up your shots. But here's my bag. Now, in the video, Paige does not mention a comb. You must always have a comb to comb out your hair. That is numero uno, a comb in your bag. Secondly, now Paige does have a glove that she uses, but you know what? I have to say, I prefer my two gloves. Let me give you a close-up of these gloves. Oh, and by the way, you don't usually wear nail polish out on the golf course because it's just gonna get wrecked anyway. So there you go. Pro tip for you, even though I'm not a pro, and I have no business giving tips except from, you know, maybe the tips of my fingers. These are the best gloves. So you gotta have gloves. Whoops. You gotta have good posture and balance. And that means not a whole lot of drinking on the course, which kind of sucks. You can do your drinking after your round. You gotta have your tease, because you know, we're just a big tease around here. Everything's teaser. And then, this is one of the most important parts. You gotta have balls. So, using the tips that Paige is giving us, I'm going to see if they even work. And we're going to use my own backyard as the fairway. This is how unconfident I am that I will ever even hit the ball, is I'm going to use my own backyard at the risk and peril of my neighbors. And we're going to start out, as Paige taught us to do, with our pitching wedge. All right, let's go. So the first thing Paige tells us to do is to grip the club. And of course we want to do that, right? But she has 3 ways that she says that you can grip the club.
So when you're first grabbing the club, there are a couple ways that you can grip it. So we have the 10-finger grip, where, as you can see, both my hands are just gripping the club, but they're touching. Next, we have the overlap, where you take your pinky and you overlay it on your pointer finger and your middle finger right where that groove is. This is the grip that I do. I recommend this one or the next one I'm going to show you because you feel more connected. And if you start with a 10-finger grip, then you don't have to change. You're going to have to change it later on. So you might as well just start with either the overlap or the interlock. And the interlock is where you interlock your fingers, your pointer finger, your pinky finger, and they interlock. Most of the best players actually tend to use this grip. This is Tiger Woods' grip, so it feels like a stronger grip to me, like you have more control over it. With an overlap, you don't have as much control with your right hand. That feels most comfortable to me, but it's personal preference. So
hand over fist, or a partial grip, which I can't do, or the one that I do, which is the interlock. So I have chosen my interlock, and you're supposed to leave a slight tip. So there it is, my slight tip. But she suggests at first that you do a couple of things. First off, pay attention to your posture. She suggests that you put some sticks here, like that. I'm not going to do that because it looks kind of weird, and kind of like something you'd see in that movie Tin Cup.
So you're going to end up putting one stick down, a little bit behind the ball, and this is your toe line. So when I say toe line, it is right along your toes, and this is going to help your alignment. So there are flags out in the distance on every single range. They're at different distances. Pick any flag out there. It really doesn't matter. We're going to line up with that one. So we're going to pick that white flag out there, and I'm going to move this stick
Oh, and by the way, you have to hold your club like this and then just kind of rest it across, you know, your midsection, like what the hell? So I'm going to imagine that they're here, and I'm just going to get all cozy. And then she says to create a divot by moving your club across the lawn and breaking the lawn, or breaking the grass. But before even she says that, she says that you only move your upper body, and then the strongest, you break your arms like that, and then you break your arms like that. That's what she says. It looks so easy, right?
And you want your arms to be soft, not locked out, and not too bent. So the way that it works is it's almost like this. That's how your golf swing is going to work. So it's like this moves, that moves, this moves, that moves. So when you're taking it back, it's like that bends, that bends, that bends, that bends. So if one arm is straight, the other one's bent. You want to turn around it, have an athletic stance, and almost let the club head fall down. You don't want to rush it from the top and get too excited about hitting it.
See, I didn't even get a divot, but I kept my left foot anchored, and I kept my eye on the non-existent ball. Those are two tips that she didn't say in her video, but that's okay. I'll give her a pass for that because she's such a pro. Hey, that was a divot. Actually, it was a weed. Okay, let's get serious now. I'm going to tee up a ball. Now she really doesn't give any tips for teeing up the ball, except for not to tee it up too high. So I'm going to do that. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I'm using a pitching wedge, which she suggests to do. You want to imagine your little sticks here. And then you are going to hit it. I'm going to hit it very gently because it's going to go out toward the street. I don't want it to hit any passerbys. That was a practice swing. Oh, maybe I should put my glasses on. That'd probably help, right? Here we go. This time's for reals. Well, I lifted my foot. She also says your stance shouldn't be too far apart, and that the distance away from the ball should be nominal. Into the daisies. Of course, I was aiming for over there, so I might need an adjustment. Let's get another ball and see what happens. Gotta have plenty of balls to play this game. See if I can make it up there this time. I made it. I hit it. Alright, one more time using Paige's awesome strategies. I really enjoyed her video. You need to check it out. But the most important thing is, if you're going to play golf, you got to look good, because then they can get your lousy shots. Whoever they are, anyway. People watching from the bar. All right, here we go. One more time. Oh, that was perfect. Oh my God, it went right out in the street. Well, I think the lesson's over now, and I would have to say that Paige's tips do work. Oh, she also said something about this. You can hold the club upside down and see where it whooshes.
You want the fastest part of your swing to be from here to here. You can turn the club over, and you want to hear the whoosh at the end of it. If you hear the whoosh up here, you're casting and you're doing it wrong.
If the whoosh is right in front of you, you're doing this. Let's just see. Ah, there we go. That's what you're supposed to do. Hey Paige, thanks so much for those golfing tips, and I'm going to be using them in our tournament tomorrow. We'll see, we'll have somebody record me and see how well I do. Alright, I'm gonna out of breath after all that whooshing. All right, who said that golf wasn't a sport that you had to stay in shape to do? All right, so now comes a time where I'm actually going to try and hit the ball. I've got a tee in my hand and a ball in the other, and I'm going to tee it up. Whoops. You usually want to be a little bit more polished than that. Okay. I got a tee in one hand and a ball in the other, and I am going to put it down right here. Now, she says not to tee it up too high. I like it high, you know what I mean. So, she suggests that you start to tee it up. This is my pitching wedge. I'm just going to start with the tee. And I'm just going to go for it and see what happens. Oh! Down to the street again. Down to the street. Wow. Alright, well, I'll consider that a victory. I'll do one more. And this time I'm not going to tee it up. I'm just going to hit it from the grass because lots of times on the course you're stuck with, you know, your second, third, fourth, fifth, eighth shot and it's on the grass. You can't tee it up. So here we go. Same sort of way that she told me to do it. Page, turn another page. Here it comes. Not bad. Back into the weeds again. Let's try that one more time. Let's see where it lands. Okay, lay it where it lies. Oh, damn good shot. On that note, I think I'll leave it. And I really want to thank Paige Spiranac for giving me some golf tips, and hopefully it'll help you all too, just watching this comedic version of me trying to be Paige Spiranac. And I would just like to say thank you for listening. I'm going to be playing in a tournament tomorrow, so maybe these tips will come in handy and I'll do just as well, or not. Who cares? We're all out here to have fun, right? So grab your balls and plenty of tees out on the course. And look your best. Those are my tips. And also keep your eye on the ball, which is something that Paige didn't say in her video, which is kind of standard. I kind of want to hit some more. And this thing, this whoosh thing, that the whoosh should happen right here where the ball is, like, whoo. I like it. I'm liking my whoosh. I'm liking my contouring skills, and kind of look like a cheerleader right now. I don't know. I mean, geez. All right. So, grab your balls, grab your tees. Wonderful outfit. Go out in the sun, have some fun, and hopefully tomorrow will be a good day. Playing, looking, and having fun. So I'm going to be doing some range practice in my own backyard. Of course, I switched my location from where I was earlier to this other wall. There are still some cars that I could possibly hit, but I don't think so. I'm going to be way far back, and I don't think that my range is going to be that long. And if I do, well, I don't know. It might be worth it. I'm not sure. But here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to start teeing up some balls, starting with my pitching wedge, and I'm going to go to some of my ladies flex irons, driver iron, whatever they are. I don't know, but they work for me. I'm doing pretty good on my pitching wedge, so I'm going to leave that for now, and hopefully those two balls will get found eventually, and they didn't go all the way out to the highway. But this is my Bullet 444 Ladies Flex, purple and white. What a sight, right? So let's see how these work. I can see two of my balls, the other two are lost. So, who knows? That one's a 3. Not bad. I'm making contact. So I think that's the name of the game. And now I gotta go find my balls, and I gotta get my tees on, and then I guess we're gonna have the tournament tomorrow. We'll see how we do. Stay tuned.